sleeping in with this gorgeous sacred space that's been created. I'm so touched and moved to tears. I would like to bring Jan Jorgensen on to help us walk forth in the new earth with her magical, heart-centered path. Thank you, Jan.
Thank you, Christy. And it's so wonderful to be with like-minded souls today. Every time I think about today, I want to cry because we're taking it back. I'm ringing this bell because we're doing a roll call and because you are part of this group of honor that promised to come back. We are in order. We are in order of the men and the women of the divine feminine rising, right? Put your hands up. I was told that today we would be reclaiming our crowns. And don't worry, ladies, I know how you are. You say, but I didn't bring it. I have 2 crowns. I have one for you because you are my sister. We have worked so hard to come this far. Look at Kamala Harris. Look at all the women in politics. Everywhere you see, we are showing up. And we need our voices to be released. And when Christy said, would you come and do an activation for the voices? I said, you damn well, I'll be there.
Oops.
When I count to 3, I'd like to say your name 3 times so that you're standing on the line, committing yourself. 1, 2, 3. Jan. 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 Let's create a container of the frequencies of our voice through our hearts now to lift us up. We are arriving. We are stepping forward to claim our crowns. Men and women holding the divine frequency of Christ's light within ourselves and within our heart to reclaim our right to speak the truth and to rise together fearlessly. Today. So we keep that energy in our hearts, and I'm going to tell you a little story. Why am I doing this? Why have I chosen this path? At age 54, I was married to an orthodontist. I had everything, but Spirit tapped me on the shoulder and said, you're in the wrong movie. And my great-grandmother, Sarah, would come through every single intuitive reading and say, Jan, you made a promise. You made a promise to bring this thing that was hidden in the dark ground shadow, hidden a long time ago, and you promised to bring it back out. And I go, what the hell is that? And in Diana, just like you, I went and saw a psychic, and he said, you'll be standing on stage running energy. And I thought, am I going to plug in a toaster or what? So this path has taken me into the mystery, the Da Vinci Code, the bloodline. And I've always had anxiety about speaking, but I can't hold it anymore. And all the other women can't hold it because I focused on the voice and I realized that's what was hidden. The voice of the divine feminine was put in the dark, veiled, masked, and silenced because it creates waves of new potential that are unacceptable for those that are not holding the light codes for the planet. So I put the two together, and I realized that our voices being marginalized, shamed, and ignored needs to end. And so today we are on that precipice. And the work that we just did in the next, how much time do I have left? 7 minutes. We're going to put some keys in a lock, and we're going to shift permanently into an entirely new field of divine feminine truth. So I searched in France, Rennes-le-Château, Iona. I spent gobs of money. I had bloodied fingers digging little stones off cave walls. I asked everybody, I told Christy all the time, I'm searching for the Holy Grail, thinking it was a thing. And it is the voice of the divine feminine that is the Holy Grail. When we speak in our divine light, we activate people's remembrance of how we could live on earth in the vibrational field of goodness and truth and love. Okay, so a little bit of tech part. Take a deep breath here, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you a beautiful slideshow, and this is going to hold some of our work to do together. Each of you holds a node, a recipe for frequency activation that will bring in the new earth grid. You all know that's the flower of life, and it is frequency driven. I've studied the voice. Your voice has a form. That is my voice print. A scientific spiritual process happens within the ethers when you have intentional vibration and you give it sound. Your voice broadcasts your consciousness and desires. This is the portico. I can look at a voice print and in the portico and tell a woman to what degree mentally, physically, and emotionally she's not even in alignment with what she's saying with her own words. And that must stop. To be trustworthy leaders, our voice must be a bell of truth. So this is the recreation formula where we say words, and guess what? Just like when Jesus was 4 and he made a little clay bird and he said, fly away, and it did. That's the field of possibility we are claiming. It's not an if. We are claiming that right now. We have a thought, we infuse it with divine light. We take that thought, we put it into our heart. We breathe life into it with sound and the words. Then we join with others like today, and we create a resonant field. I had a lot of help on the way. This picture in France, I was doing a concert in a beautiful grotto underneath the ground. I was on my way to sing Ave Maria, and this limestone natural washing appeared on the cave wall. And so I need my sisters, and I came home and I said, what is this, Mother Mary? They said, look at the red hair. That is Mary Magdalene. That is the bloodline. That is Sarah, her daughter, who actually was carrying the seed of truth for the future through an entire swath, an army of women who are carrying that frequency on earth. Mary Magdalene and her daughter. So we are ready to break our silence. We put our hands on our heart and we say this together. I now break my silence for 2,000 years. As I now stand before you, I claim my role in the divine plan as a woman anointed with Christed light. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. I have even greater wonderful surprises. Say this with me. I am spiritual. I am beautiful. It's a lot like your song, Jai. I am generous. I am loving. I am strong. I am the new leader. I am the bloodline. I am the adult Christed being. I am a grown-up, and I speak from my heart with divine light. This is our voices awakening on the planet, weaving a new world. Just make sure I didn't miss anything because the big one's coming. I took so many trips to France. We're getting ready to go in our heart because this is a very special thing, Michelle. I've shared it with you before. Imagine that you are putting your crown on now. This is a sacred invocation given to me by Henry Lincoln, Holy Blood, Holy Grail, the Da Vinci Code Lineage. And I asked him, where is the sacred space? And he told me, Saint-Salvé Church in southern France. And I said, I know there's an incantation. I know there's an invocation, has Adonai, Adonai. And he gave it to me. And today we put the key in the lock. We will say this 3 times together. Shama Yis Royal Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Erhod Yud Yud Zein Shama Yis Royal Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Erhod Yud Yud Zein Shama Yis Royal Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Erhod Yud Yud Zein. You might do a quick screen copy of this. I wrote this years ago, and it is, forgive me, Creator, for silence so long. I now tell my story of how things went wrong. My heart was quiet, my hands went unused. I forgot, as above, so below. I'm going to take you to the bottom now. The father and mother divided, now one. I stand here at last, daughter next to the sun. Fused by pure love, the chalice is full again. As I become, as above, so below. So she is risen, we are risen, and we now lead with the vibrations of goodness, truth, beauty, and love, and let it be so. And so it is. So I'm going to go off screen share. Now it's at the top. There we go. I thank you, Christy.
Thank you so much, Jen.
Thank you.
So
Love to everyone.